You're 24, and you've got $15,000 sitting in your account. That might not sound like a crazy amount of money, but here's the truth. This is one of the most important financial moments of your life. Not when you make your first million, not when you get a high-paying job, but right now. Because this $15,000 can either become the foundation of your future, or it can slowly disappear, and you won't even notice how it happened. And the scary part? Most people don't even realize they're making the wrong decision until it's too late. Think about it. Right now, you're at that stage where life is just starting to open up. You're earning, you've got some savings, and for the first time, you actually have a choice. And choices are dangerous when you don't have a plan, because money doesn't disappear overnight. It disappears in small, harmless decisions. A little upgrade here, a small expense there, something you deserve, something you need, and suddenly, a year later, you're back to zero wondering what went wrong. I've seen this happen so many times. That moment when someone finally saves a decent amount and thinks, okay, I need to do something smart with this. But then confusion kicks in. Too many options. Too many opinions. One person says invest. Another says save. Someone else says start a business. And instead of making a clear move, people either freeze or they make emotional decisions. So let's simplify everything. You have $15,000. That's it. No complicated strategies. No confusing terms. There are only a few paths this money can take. You can spend it. You can save it. You can invest it. Or you can lose it by doing nothing or making poor choices. That's it. Every financial outcome you'll ever have comes down to these simple actions. Now here's where most people get it wrong. They think saving money is enough. They think as long as the money is sitting in the bank, they're doing something right. It feels safe. It feels responsible. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Doing nothing with your money is actually costing you money. Every single year, prices go up. Food gets more expensive. Rent increases. Everything around you becomes more costly. But your money, it just sits there. So even though the number doesn't change, its value is quietly shrinking. Now here's something I want you to really understand. At 24, time is more valuable than money. And most people waste it without even realizing it. Let's say you take that $15,000 and invest it in something that grows over time. You don't touch it. You let it sit. You stay patient. Over the years, it compounds. It grows, slowly at first, then faster. And one day, you look at it and realize it's multiplied. But if you delay this process, even by a few years, you lose something you can never get back. Not money, time. And time is what makes money powerful. Without time, money is just numbers. With time, money becomes opportunity. And this is exactly why people regret their 20s. Not because they didn't earn enough, but because they didn't use what they had wisely. They either spent too much chasing short-term happiness, or they stayed too comfortable and never took action. And both paths lead to the same place, missed opportunity. Now let's talk about the real struggle. At 24, you're stuck between two extremes. One side tells you to enjoy life, travel, buy things, live freely, and honestly, that's not wrong. You should enjoy your life. But the other side tells you to be disciplined, save everything, think long-term, be responsible, and that's also not wrong. The problem is, people think they have to choose one side, but you don't. The real answer is balance, because if you only focus on enjoying today, you'll sacrifice tomorrow. And if you only focus on the future, you'll burn out and quit halfway. You need both. You need a system where your money works for your future, while still allowing you to live your present. Let's walk through what usually happens. Imagine you decide to spend most of that $15,000. You upgrade your lifestyle. Maybe you buy a better phone, a bike, new clothes, maybe even travel. And for a while, it feels amazing. You feel like you're finally enjoying your money. But slowly, that excitement fades. The things you bought become normal. The money disappears. And then one day, you're back where you started, except now you have less flexibility and more responsibilities. Now imagine the opposite. You decide to save everything. You keep the full amount in your account. You don't touch it. You feel disciplined. You feel in control. But years pass, and nothing really changes. The number stays the same. But your life doesn't improve much financially. And eventually, you realize you played it too safe. Now here's the smarter approach. You divide your money. You give every dollar a job. Some of it protects you. Some of it grows. Some of it improves your life today. And when you do this correctly, something powerful happens. You create momentum. You're no longer stuck. You're moving forward, even if it's slowly. If I was 24 with $15,000, I wouldn't overcomplicate it. First, I'd protect myself. Life is unpredictable. Things go wrong. So I'd set aside a portion as an emergency fund. This isn't for investing. This isn't for spending. This is your safety net. It gives you peace of mind. It keeps you stable when life gets messy. Then, I'd focus on growth. I'd take a significant portion and put it into something simple and long-term. Not risky moves. Not chasing trends. Just steady growth. Because the goal here isn't to get rich quickly. The goal is to build something that grows over time without constant effort. Next, I'd invest in myself. And this is where most people hesitate. They think investing only means stocks or assets. But your skills, your knowledge, your ability to earn, that's the biggest investment you can make at this stage. Because if you can increase your income, everything else becomes easier. Saving becomes easier. Investing becomes easier. Life becomes less stressful. And yes, I would still keep a small portion just to enjoy. Because life isn't just about numbers. Experiences matter. Memories matter. And if you don't allow yourself to enjoy your progress, you'll lose motivation. But here's the part that really matters. This decision you make right now, it's not about the money. It's about the habits. Because anyone can make one good decision. But very few people can repeat good decisions consistently. And consistency is what builds wealth. You don't become financially stable because of one smart move. You become stable because you build a system. You invest regularly. You control your spending. You stay patient. You don't panic when things go down. You don't get greedy when things go up. You stay steady. And let me be real with you. $15,000 is not life-changing money. It's not going to solve all your problems. But the way you handle it right now, that can absolutely change your direction. Because this is where your financial identity starts forming. This is where you decide whether you're someone who reacts or someone who plans. One day, you're going to look back at this moment. You're going to be 30, maybe 35, and you'll remember that you once had a chance to make a smart decision early. And in that moment, you'll either feel proud or you'll feel regret. And that regret doesn't come from losing money. It comes from knowing you had the opportunity and you didn't use it. So don't overthink it. You don't need a perfect strategy. You don't need to know everything. You just need to take control. Protect a portion of your money. Grow a portion of your money. Use a small portion to enjoy your life. And most importantly, build a system you can stick to. Because at the end of the day, it's not about how much money you have right now. It's about what you do with it next.